This is my $2,000 gaming PC setup, and for the next 5 days, I'll be replacing all of it with a laptop. Now, you might be asking, why? Well, it's because I want to experience all the multiverses of gaming. Gaming PC, gaming consoles, mobile gaming? Probably not this. And with the help of today's sponsor, Thunderobot, we shall be getting rid of my entire PC setup, and yes, even the monitor, to have a full laptop gaming experience. But before anything else, let's set up some rules. First off, we must not use any gaming devices other than the laptop during this challenge. So no PC, no PC, no PC, no Xbox, and no PC. Second, I must not use any external monitors. Since this Thunderobot-Radiant-16 comes with a 300Hz display, which is one of the selling points of this laptop, we must actually use this screen. So this monitor will stay away and off during this entire experience. Lastly, rule number 3 is actually a challenge that I added. I have put 4 of my favorite esports titles that I've ranked pretty high in, and whatever the Wheel of Despair picks, I will have to play its ranked mode for at least 2 hours a day. Click the spin. What? One more time, click the spin. And CS2 it is. Let's just start with day 1. Obviously, we spent most of day 1 setting up the laptop. I had to update all the drivers, download all the games, update the games I wanted. So I'm gonna spend the last 2 hours of tonight grinding out ranked of CS2. I just wanted to get that 2 hours of CS2 out of the way. And the games went decent, but it was really uncomfortable. Like, I don't know how laptop gamers place their keyboard and mouse on their desks. Like, I don't think you guys understand. For me, this is natural. Gaming like this. But with the laptop setup, I felt like I had to do this. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Playing like this kind of configuration is kind of difficult to get used to. One, if I want the monitor close to me, or the display close to me, there's like no space. But the good news is after one game, my friends Chet and Peaches Tech wanted to run 5-man Premiere games. Seemingly this has to be one of the hardest challenges I've ever done. Like, and honestly, it's always fun playing with my friends. Okay, this is how we're playing. We're still winning. But after 2 hours of CS2, I decided to end the night with a new game that I actually downloaded and have been wanting to play. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. I never played 1, 2, or 3. Now, story games on a controller is nice. I played for a few hours, and even though we have a smaller display than what I'm typically used to for my gaming setup, this was a good experience. Obviously, this game does not take a lot of power to run well. It maxes out at 60 FPS, and for a laptop, which actually has an RTX 5080 laptop GPU and an i9-14900HX CPU, I decided later in this challenge that I'm going to be actually playing some intensive games like Cyberpunk and the new Borderlands that's going to be coming out in the last day. But since these are very power-hungry components, if you want really good performance, you're going to have it plugged in. I mean, it makes sense. Okay, day 2. I will say today I want to figure out how to make the setup feel a bit easier to use because it was pretty hard. Okay, so again, the biggest dilemma just comes from the fact that this just feels so far away from where I'm sitting. But if I play up here, I would require the keyboard to be down here. So I want to make it a little more comfortable. So what am I supposed to do? So let me go ahead and spend a little bit of time figuring out what the best configuration is. You're not going to believe this. I figured it out. Yes, this might feel weird, but having it behind a laptop while having the laptop closer to me might actually be the best thing to do. Listen, I really wanted to try out this new like angle or whatever, but I left off in a really good spot in the Naruto game, so I decided to play that first. These cutscenes are so fun to watch and sit through. I mean, obviously, if you are a big Naruto fan like I am. Okay, so as you probably know with any game laptop, the biggest problem has to be how loud the fans are. Obviously, when I'm playing with headphones or my IEMs in, I can't hear it. Well, the moment you take them out, just listen. One thing that we need to realize when it comes to laptop gaming is that the biggest limitation is the cooling. And because every time I'm playing at home, I am plugging it in and maxing out the performance, the laptop does get really loud. Because we are trying to push our GPU and CPU, the fan speed has to be cranked up this high. And configuring this laptop setting is pretty easy with the Thunderobot Control Center 3.0, which allows us to max it out while plugged in, and even allowing you to overclock your GPU as well. But nonetheless, I finally got to test out this this new keyboard and mouse configuration. First, on Fortnite. Okay, I'm about to play Fortnite Ballistic for a little bit with some of my buddies, and this is a really good opportunity to check out or try out this new, like, behind the laptop peripheral setup that I have going on. Also, trying out new IEMs because these actually come with a mic. The only problem I'm having right now is I feel very uncomfortable with the wires right here, and the time has come for me to play 2 hours of CS2, but at least this time it should be feeling a bit better. For my time playing Fortnite, it felt a bit better putting the peripherals behind, or the keyboard at least behind the laptop, so we'll see. We're currently at 7 wins this season, maybe? I don't know. I think I still need to like have 4 or 5 more games before I get my rank, so hopefully we could win. This is the hard part, we have to win. Okay, my CS2 session kind of sucked though, and I can't blame the laptop or myself. I blame my teammates. It's not because I was uncomfortable, but the games were just so hard. We just kept getting dipped. You know, every night I wanted to end with like playing Naruto. That's such a tilting game. So, continuing day through tomorrow, I want to change something up. You know, last night's gaming session kind of sucked. Not gonna lie, but I feel good today. Like, my sickness feels almost gone. I don't think it's enough for me to hit the gym yet, but today I'm gonna go ahead and film and do some work. But other than that, today's gonna be kind of exciting because I'm gonna take my laptop out of the apartment and actually play games with it outside of the house, because I feel like that's one of the main features of having a gaming laptop, is that you can actually, you know, take it out. When the laptop is unplugged, the Thunderobot Control Center 3.0 actually doesn't allow us to use the highest performance mode. So because of this, I decided to play Naruto during my outing session, since this game does not require a crazy amount of power. I'll be honest, I don't really like filming outside, simply because I feel awkward. But this is an experiment and it's hot. I'm gonna set it up right here. So I'm setting it up right now. There are apartments surrounding this. I don't want the camera to, you know, accidentally like record people's privacy. So I'm gonna set up the phone somewhere that will only look at me, like farther out, but I just really don't want people to be in the video simply because, I mean, I don't have their consent. But yeah, I'm gonna set it over there. I'm gonna play some Naruto and then just relax. And I did feel a little bit awkward playing games in a semi-public environment. But anyways, once I got back, I jumped right into some games of CS, hoping today is the day I get my rank. And spoiler alert, I didn't. These games were so bad. We kept losing so many rounds on every game, and this actually was the last day I got to play with Chet and Christina because they actually tilted really hard. Chet specifically tilted. It was actually so bad that I went straight to bed and didn't record any outros or even intro for the next day. Like, I was so tired. So I actually started day 4 restarting Cyberpunk once again. And this game looks phenomenal on this laptop. These are the settings that the game auto set to, so if you want to copy me, you can. But since we have a 50 series card inside, we get to use multi-frame generation. Controversial, but for a game like this, it works really well. We get to have over 240 FPS with our latency still being around 40 ms, which for competitive games, I would hate, but for story games like Cyberpunk, this is actually completely fine. Here goes John being dumb. Since it was my first time playing on a controller, I did decide to take the game slow and do the entire tutorial, and I am so bad at aiming. I am actually so bad. But anyways, I ended up playing some Overwatch Stadium mode right after, and it's pretty fun. The fast pace and customizations of ability really makes the game feel new. I also even played Fortnite again, but I forgot to record this part because, I don't know, I was just having a lot of fun with Overwatch, and then I was like, oh, you guys want to play Fortnite? Okay. We played a lot of Fortnite, so it looks like we're playing CS2 pretty late today. The fun did end as I had to play CS2 once again, and I played a few games and lost them all. Oh! Please! Might win. We might actually win. This game has been over now. Spoke too soon. At least we could try this. If we get anything better than a purple, I feel like I'm playing pretty good. That's the thing. That's crazy. Wrap it up. Look at this. Like, how are you guys 6 and 8 still? Wrap it up. We're never getting our rank. So I lost every game of CS2 last night. But the thing is, I wasn't even playing that bad. But because I was frustrated and I was trying to like get a good angles, I did end up breaking my camera mount. Rest in peace, my camera mount. Will remember. But today we will be playing Borderlands 4. Okay, because I want to make sure that no matter what, I win 2 games to see my rank, I'm gonna start now. don't really game this early. It's 12:54 a.m. p.m. Yes, this is the last day, so I decided to start with CS2 early because I need to get my rank. I have to. Okay, so we got here a 20k elo, and I'm pretty sure this Vex guy is gonna be boosted. But, I mean, even if it takes more than 2 hours, I need to get my rank because I need to know what my rank is. Aww. Oh. And I actually played really well. Of course, the round I didn't record, I get like an insane deagle kills. I will say after playing on this laptop for a few days, I've gotten really used to the smaller screen and having that new keyboard and mouse like angle. I just need 2 games, man. But I ended up tying the first game. Not as bad as a loss, but in CS2, you need to win the games to actually see your rank. So still needing to win 2 games to see my rank, I queued right in. And the second game was also really tough. We just won pistol round. This dude's AFK. This guy has 5 kills and under 400 damage. What is going on? I don't know what's going on. I genuinely don't know why, but I don't think I could win. But in the end, we did it! We won! We finally won! It took like 2 days of not winning. Literally, I think. Last game, let's get it ready. And my mental was actually so good after winning that last game. I was calming everything. We don't want smoke on TT? I was super nice to all my teammates, like a little too nice. You need to buy orange? I was hitting impossible shots. And in the end, potentially, we did it. We did it. Let's see what our rank is, by the way. 106, a little easy. Come on. Okay, honestly, my rank might not be that high, but 17,000 is better than not having a rank at all. You know, this was the last time I played an esports title on this laptop for this challenge, and I will say, in the beginning, it's pretty rough. I cannot lie. Getting used to the new configuration that I had and the smaller display, it's rough. But to finish my last day, I ended up playing Borderlands 4 with a couple of my friends. Amazing game, by the way. But in the end, I did it. I spent 5 full days only gaming on a gaming laptop, which I've never done before. And I did think that in 2025, gaming on a gaming laptop is honestly very viable. But obviously, the Radiant-16 is not a regular schmegular laptop. It's a beast. Being able to hit such high FPS in every single game is not going to be easy for most people with a gaming laptop. But overall, if you do want to check out the Thunderobot-Radiant-16, I will have a sponsored link below